Prior to partnering with you guys, when it comes to new patients per month, we average of 10 to 12. Average revenue was probably somewhere in the 9K a month. And so after partnering with Chiro, I think there was an additional 12 or 14 new patients. Revenue wise, it's been really cool because, like I said, everybody who's been walking through the door has been very qualified, ready to make a change. At least 80%, 75, 80% of the folks who are starting care are prepaying. The last 3 months have been the best in practice so far. Each month eclipsing about 21, 22K in collect. So my name is Dr. Tyler Rockwell. I've been practicing for about 5 years. Currently, I've been operating my own practice for just over a year, and that is in Northern California, a city called Santa Rosa.
Let's go. What was your situation in practice like?
Yeah, so in practice, my first 3 years, I was very fortunate to train with some very high-level doctors, be in and around some very successful offices, which was great. And so I really had a solid foundation for a lot of the in-person things that come along with practice, from the marketing,
Yeah.
patient care, to all of that. But throughout that time, and then even starting my own practice a couple years later, the online piece was always something that I had struggled with. So in growing practice, the first year, things were steadily growing. Starting from zero, anything is bigger than zero. We were steadily growing.
Yeah.
A lot of effort was going into the in-person stuff, which was yielding, but in the back of my head, I was like, if I could just have new patient stream from online,
Yeah.
that would be amazing, and it would help out, obviously.
Yeah.
And I learned here and there some of the principles about how to market online and how to run ads, but when trying it on my own, it just never really stuck.
Yeah.
I never knew what mistakes I was making to be able to reflect on that and go, okay, well, that's the thing that clearly didn't work. Hey, I got to go.
Yeah.
So, we were steadily growing, but was wanting to grow faster. And so after partnering with Chiro, that level of growth just exponentially took off after that.
Let's go. And I definitely want to talk a little bit about like what were like some of the numbers in practice before we started working together, like new patients, revenue. Where were we starting?
Let's see. Prior to partnering with you guys, we were probably, when it comes to new patients per month, we were somewhere in the average of 10 to 12 ballpark.
Yeah.
Obviously, some months a little lower, some months a little higher. Through the summer, average revenue was probably somewhere in the 9K a month.
How was building, because you built your practice for a few years before we met. How was like that process, right? How are you feeling? Because you were at these numbers for some time. How was like the stagnation feeling? What was going on? Like what was going through your head as you just kind of year over year was saying that it became harder to grow without the internet and digital marketing and that kind of deal?
I mean, being early on, only being this practice being open for a year.
Yeah.
And there was.
I'm sorry, I said a few years.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This practice being open for just over a year. I mean, the whole time there was slow, consistent growth. It just felt too slow. And so as I was going along and encountering the different challenges that come with being a business owner, the different, not only emotionally going through like, oh, this is one more thing that wear the cap for.
Yeah.
And take a little bit more mental energy. The financial piece too of like, okay, I'm encountering this problem. Didn't anticipate having to invest money in this area, whether it be, hey, I'm changing the lights and doing all the things there. So it's like these little costs that would start to add up. And it was like, man, I never budgeted for that. And so it seemed like the bank account just was staying the same and even going down. So especially coming after summer, coming into fall and winter, that's usually the hardest time to add new patients to practice. It's usually the time when current practice members start to make excuses, if you will, or start to dictate their care, maybe drop off or disappear for a little bit of time. Going into that season, something change so that, number one, I can either keep the current level I'm at, and or ideally continue to sit and grow.
How was like, I know it must have been challenging because you did try paid ads. Can you walk me through a little of that experience a little bit more and how that worked at first and what kind of the struggles were in doing that?
When I had tried my hand at online stuff just on my own, I hadn't done any paid ads specifically, like through a Facebook or any other platform, but just invested a little bit into like an SEO kind of a thing. Had no idea what I was doing for a little while. popped up on top of our area. However, that was, like, thank you, Jesus. But
Yeah.
all that was really putting my name at the top of the list for people to click on,
hmm
but going directly
Yeah.
to a website, doing the search on their own, right? And so there was no directed approach. There was no funnel,
hmm
no qualification through that. It was
Yeah.
them on their own. And so
hmm
um, obviously at that point, a lot of people are going to click, look, and then probably, disappear.
Yeah.
So it's been really neat to see how the paid ads um, through Chiro Jump have not only targeted a more niche group of
Mm.
people,
Yeah.
but going through the qualifying process, that it's really pumping out quality leads.
Yeah.
It's night and day difference
Let's go.
between the people that are actually calling the office or walking.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I would love to know a little bit more. So, how did you find us? Like, give me the story of like how you found us and kind of first expectations and impression when we first met.
Yeah. So I have a really good friend, Dr. Ryan Soon, who's down in the Bay Area, California, who had mentioned that, hey, I have this friend. They run a online, chiropractic media company, if you will, marketing company, and I would love to connect you with them because I think you guys would get along and would really benefit. And so I said, okay, yeah, feel free to give my number and we'll connect.
Yeah.
And so it took a little bit of time to connect because I was, if you remember,
Yeah.
had a lot going on, but finally was able to connect with you, Chris, and you just walked me through kind of who you guys were, what your whole MO is, what your goals are, a little bit of background, the philosophy that you guys have,
Yeah.
and just really came to enjoy who you guys were as people
hmm
as well. Great people, faith-based people, and so
Yeah.
it makes for uh, very solid business
Yeah.
as well. I was a little hesitant in the beginning just because it was an investment and some time and
Yeah.
money. Obviously, you got to go through the process to really you got to plant the seeds, water them before you can harvest, right? So always going to be a
Yep.
little bit of that uncertainty in the beginning, but I really had nothing else to lose. It was just that. I was like, okay, well, I could either do one of two things. I could either stay in the same exact spot I am now,
Yeah.
or I could take this other route that
Yeah.
seems very promising and
Yeah.
uh, and see what happens.
No, that's amazing. What were some of the initial results? And as you started to walk through that process, like walk me through some of the numbers you saw and kind of let's even just go through numbers first. What was that like, or where are we at with that?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, one of the first things, I can't remember who I was chatting with, but one of the first things that expectations I had placed was, hey, in the beginning, we know what we're doing, we know what works, but we don't know exactly how that's going to work in your area. So for the first month, just know that things are working. We're going to be learning. Ads may not be the most fruitful thing, but once we learn that first month,
hmm
then the next couple will really hammer down. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, understandable, good with that. And at the end of the first month, yeah, I think there was an additional 12 or 14 new patients after just the first month, and the additional revenue that had been brought in from that had already paid for the entire program itself.
Let's
So,
go.
okay, starting off on a good foot. We go up from here. So,
Yeah.
point, not that there was any buyer's remorse, but at that point, any feelings of that were
Yeah.
completely squashed, and
Yeah.
I was locked in, ready to go.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. And then now it's like fast forward another 30 to 45 days now. Can you walk me through like some of the collection numbers and where we sit between like all the different new patients that have come in? I know we're at 27 new patients. I saw.
Yeah.
And about $3,700 in ad spend. Can you walk me through some of the revenue numbers after that?
Yeah, definitely. So revenue wise, it's been really cool because, like I said, everybody who's been walking through the door has been very qualified, ready to make a change. And so I think without officially looking at it, I would say at least 80%, 75, 80% of the folks who are starting care are prepaying.
Let's
Which
go.
is awesome. And then revenue wise, the last 3 months have been the best in practice so far. Each month eclipsing about 21, 22 K in collection.
Dang.
Yeah.
We doubled revenue. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay.
So I think it was a 21, a 22, excuse me, a 21, a 23, and then a 22. So yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
Okay. That's wild. So we were at like 9K and now that was like 65 over 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 66. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
No, it's been cool. And I mean, obviously, like, and a little bit of the caveat piece, right, is the first 3 months of the year was still just getting out of the starting gates, right? And so those
Hmm.
collection numbers was about like a 5K, a 6K, and a 7K
Hmm.
growing. And then
Yeah.
through the summer, as some of the markets was doing like some markets, you know, in the
Yeah.
community and whatever else, like we jumped up to like a 21 month, and then it kind of
Yeah.
hovered around like a 12,
Yeah.
15. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
these past three, I mean, it just
Yeah.
right back up.
Then we have the numbers on some of the paid ads patients specifically. Could you walk through like the total numbers from just paid ads between the prepays, the payment plans, and then well, really those two options?
So, over the last 3 months, we've spent just around $3,000 in ads, just above that. We've had about $18,000 in prepays from that, and then just over $21,000 to be paid in payment plans over the next 6 months.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go. Big numbers.
yeah,
Yeah. Let's go. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. So all in all, um, even if we round up, we're still getting about a 10x on any of the ad spend that we're putting in just right off the bat.
right, absolutely.
Okay.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
so to me, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, you look at the philosophy of marketing and it goes, all right, well, if you have a machine or you have something where you can put $1 in and get three out, well, then what's
Yeah.
your marketing budget at that point?
Right.
Answer should be there is no. If I put in
Yeah.
almost out every time, then you know. So no, it's been amazing to see, even just over the last 2 to 3 months, um,
Hmm.
and something that definitely has impressed me for sure.
Let's go. So excited. So excited. How is that? How has this changed your perspective on business and on growing the practice and just how you feel coming in every day? Maybe even some of the patient experiences, because I've seen some of the reviews and I've heard some of the testimonies. Jojo shared them with me. And it's just so awesome to see patients like getting this like life change, and to be able to stand alongside you and really just see like this is why I do what I do too, is like to help you, but then also to help the patients on the other end of that. So, could you walk through like some of like just your perspective, how you've been feeling since we started about the business and about the practice?
Yeah, absolutely. Started to enjoy being in practice again. You know, it's not that it was ever something that I didn't like, but
Yeah.
again, when a lot of my energy is being diverted to these other areas other than patient care, there's a lot more that starts to weigh on your mind,
Mm,
and you
hmm.
start questioning certain things, right? Like why did I take on this journey in the first place, or did I ever dig myself out of this hole?
Yeah.
There always is the hope, and there's always the potential to do it. And just like Principle 6 states, there's no process that doesn't require time. I've been enjoying practice a lot more. I've been enjoying connecting with my practice members a lot more. A lot of the people who are here, it's really cool to see after 1 year, we're just growing this community of like-minded people who are after change, who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, who are starting to open their eyes to, hey, this alternative medicine
Yeah.
thing, maybe it shouldn't be alternative anymore. Like there's something,
Mm,
a lot
yeah.
of people who are coming here have told me that I'm kind of their last resort. You know, they've been dealing
Wow.
with this
Yeah.
for 10, 15 years. And for me, somebody who is healthy and doesn't have these experiences, like it's very humbling to have
Mm.
person after person after person come through your door and tell you the same exact thing. And it lights this fire under you,
Yeah.
especially it does for me, of just,
Yeah.
man, there are so many more people out there who are
Yeah.
not being heard, are not given the chance. And I'm so grateful that they're here. But the overall environment that is here now is very energetic, is very loving.
It feels good. It feels like a
It's
community.
it's humbling. It's humbling
Yeah.
on one end, right? It makes you think, but at the same time, it makes you super grateful and super ready
Yeah.
to help more people. You know,
Yeah.
so
100%. I'm so excited about this. This is actually like these are the best stories. Just seeing where you can have like this like system that can help you and help your patients just find like just life transformation. It's like, man, it's just so cool. It's so cool to be a part of this journey together. What would you tell to someone who's like watching this and is like unsure? Hey, do I take the next step? Maybe they've been referred or maybe they haven't, and they're like, Chris shot me a text, and I'm like hesitant to get on the schedule. Like what would you share?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot to share. Some of it's cliche, some of it's, not, but I mean, just entertain, I mean, doors will close and doors will open, throughout your life. Opportunities will be shut and other opportunities will be open. And, You know, if you're watching this right now and this opportunity is at your doorstep, it's there for a reason. Whether or not you know the reason quite yet, like it's here. And if you don't feel ready financially to take that step, or you don't feel ready to grow or take it to that next level, you're never going to be ready. That's the thing. And so if you always wait for the opportune time, there will never be an opportune time. So the most opportune time is now. There's
Yeah.
people that are waiting for you, regardless of if you think so or if you feel like it. There are people who are waiting for you right now, who are sick and suffering, who need you, who need your message,
Yeah.
who need your care. And if we sit on the sidelines, those people continue to suffer. That would be it. It's just
Yeah.
have faith, take that next step, cross the threshold, and you never know what's going to be on the other side. Most of the time, it's going to be an opportunity that you didn't even think was possible for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for sharing that. Seriously. So if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I don't know, schedule time. The worst thing that happens is we're like, hey, this isn't a fit right now. And that's okay. And so yeah, schedule time. Best thing that happens is we end up working together. You add an extra thousands of dollars in revenue, make so much more impact, and then are able to build the practice you want to build and that's been in your dreams for a while. So take that step, book a call, and we'll go from there.